This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. Today, I'm joined over Zoom by Ben the Bane Davis. Ben, it's the first time on the channel. It's your first time kind of involved in all the influencer world. You got your fight announced today against Anderson Silva's son, Gabriel Silva. How's it still feeling?
Feeling good, brother. I mean, we've been in camp for about 2 weeks now, so I've had, a decent amount of time where I've been getting in the headspace for this, but it is fun to announce it and finally break the news. And, it's been a fun day so far, Fred. Glad I get to chat with you, man. It's an honor.
Thank you. Likewise, I know you're kind of big in all the MMA world, the world that I haven't really gone into too much, so it is interesting. With yourself though, combat sport experience compared to Anderson Silva's son, what have you got?
Man, nothing. This is a tough challenge. I had, probably 5 years, I would say, of on and off training between kickboxing, Muay Thai, and like Western boxing classes. But, that's nothing comparable to what he's done, which is actually competing in those different disciplines. So I don't know. He's had mixed results and fights against really low level competition. And so, I feel pretty among the average of who he's fought so far. So I'm not all that concerned.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough then. Have you seen much of him before though? Anderson Silva's son
Yep.
boxing skills?
So his pro debut was on Hollywood Fight Nights in April, and it was a guy named D'Angelo who's an 0-6 boxer, now of course 0-7. So not exactly that fantastic of an opponent. He got flatlined in his last kickboxing outing against a dude named Vinny, who was an 0-0 kickboxer, split decision in his first fight. And then I think he did get like a third round TKO. So I've gone and done my due diligence. And again, this guy's not Anderson. This guy's not Khalil Silva. It's Gabe, the fourth Jonas brother. So I don't know. I think the last name is carrying a lot of hype for him, but he's not living up to it.
Right, okay. But Anderson Silva will be there though. He might be in his son's
Yep.
corner or at least ringside. As an MMA reporter, is that not kind of a big dream for you? A dream you never thought would happen?
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, man. So I was actually covering Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva back in October because it was in Phoenix. That's where I live. And so I was doing interviews in these scrums with all the fighters in Anderson. And so it is going to be a bit surreal to go from that to fighting against his son in a ring. But for me, I don't really get too starstruck. No moment ever really gets to me. I was an actor for a number of years. I'm used to performing in front of big crowds. I'm used to being humiliated in front of big crowds, right? I was on an improv troupe for a number of years, and the whole concept of improv is take risks, and you don't have a script. You're kind of building the plane as it's falling. And there were many nights where I'd have jokes that fell flat. And dude, I mean, nothing's worse than 200 people in an audience. You make a joke and there's just silence. So I'm prepped for anything.
Will there be 3,000 people in Newcastle? So a hell of a lot more, but it's a fight. It's different. Um, I would,
Yeah.
I would like to welcome one member of your team, Donna Corby, and he's in the waiting room right now. We'll just allow him in right now. I'll be just
Oh, let's
in
go.
your corner. And just make sure
Yes.
the screen's on the gallery view. I'll leave myself down here. Donna, you're on mute and your camera's off. There we go.
Oh,
Not for
there.
long, boys. Not for long.
Obviously, Donna's a big reporter in the scene, just like Ben.
Mhm.
It's also
Yeah.
in your corner as well, Ben. How you feel about having Donna there?
Fantastic. Donna, I think the biggest edge that Donna brings is the mental game. He's
Mhm.
such a fun loving dude and very humorous that in the fight day back in the training room and getting the warm ups in, I think he's going to keep me in a good space mentally. And in between rounds, just shouting and giving me some motivation. So I'm super pleased to have Donna in the corner. And again, this wouldn't have happened without Donna. So I owed it to him to get him in here.
So how did it
You
happen?
know,
How'd you make it
Fred,
happen?
well, we talked to Mams, but I want to say Ben is very ambitious, thinking that he's going to get back to the corner. The idea that we're going to see him 3 times in this fight,
It's pretty,
uh,
yeah. I mean, that'd be kind of wild, but
but I think maybe one or two. No, I think the reason we're not going to go back to the corner is that you're going to stop him early. It's going to be like Roosevelt Roberts and Nate Jennerman on The Ultimate Fighter, and you're going to be Roosevelt, not Nate. But yeah, Fred, you asked how it happened. Mams and I were talking, and I kind of offhandedly said, like, because me and Bane were in the hotel in New York, we're covering PFL, not having any drinks because of course that's not allowed, and we were just hanging out, and we were talking about getting a boxing fight going against like Most Wanted or someone in the influencer world, maybe Fox. Fox is a little small, and
And you want to fight
and
someone
it's
better
like,
than Fox as well. Fox isn't that good. Do you want to fight someone more?
well,
Fox
maybe you
is
could
good.
fight Fox.
Hold on, Fox is a solid guy.
Maybe you could fight him and knock him out, Fred. But no, basically I was like, I texted Mams and because Ben was like, yeah, well, like I've talked to Most Wanted and Most couldn't get it done, and then like I have back and forth with Keemstar. I was like, look, I'll text Mams right now if you want, like, and so we had a little back and forth, and the speed at which it all happened. I mean, Mams is not lying when he says Bane is the most game individual to ever step foot in Misfits boxing, because within like from when I sent the text to Mams through to when like the contract was with Bane, couldn't have been more than a few hours.
Yeah.
Like it was the quickest. His phone, I think you could pull it up, Bane. Like your phone call with Mams was 2 minutes.
It was a 2-minute phone call. So he called me in the morning. I got a DM from him later that night. We had a chat in the morning, and it was like, hey, here's the opponent. Great. Here's the weight. Great. We don't know about the purse, but we're still figuring it out. Cool. I don't fucking care. Here's where it is, when it is. Great. That was it. So I know a lot, that's kind of been the theme for a lot of guys recently, is these lengthy negotiations and asking for a lot more in their purse than what they maybe get. I don't care. I'm here to fight. I'm here to get in the ring, and it's going to be a 2-minute phone call every time.
Well, when I interviewed Mams about a week ago, I don't know if you saw it or not, but he told that whole story. Obviously, he didn't say your name. So he was like, yeah, I dealt with this guy. It was so easy to deal with him.
I did speak to someone today. It was the best negotiation ever. I called the guy. He wants to fight. I said, hey, this is the fight. It's a tough fight for him as well. It's a good fight. I said, this is the fight. He goes, yep, I'll take it. He goes, okay, perfect. Here's my email. Just send me the contract. Okay, great.
When I call Mams, it's never 5 minutes. It's always like a good lengthy hour. So it must be quite nice for him just to not have an hour and a half phone call, just to have like a nice 2 minutes. But for you though, Ben, Dillon Danis, I've heard rumors you've had a bit of back and forth with him. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's funny, Dillon DM'd me and threatened to put me in the hospital. So we were trying to organize a sparring match and get something coordinated. And truthfully, he dropped the ball. Dillon Danis ducked me because I was like, yo, because he was like, I'm going to fly you out and we're going to spar. And I was like, great, here's the airport. Here's the day that works for me. And when I'm free, silence, misses it. I'm in New York again with Donna. I hit him up and I go, yo, I'm in the Big Apple. Where the fuck you at? He goes, perfect. And I go, okay, I'm free this day. This is after the ceremonial weigh-ins. Like, let's organize it. Silence, nothing. So Dillon Danis, again, is all talk, which is why I don't think he's going to make it to the ring on October 14th. He is a pussy. And Dillon, options still open. Obviously, it's not Logan Paul. It's not anything big, but you talk shit, buddy. Let's back it up.
Whoa, Dillon Danis is one of my friends now. Me and Danis are good, best of friends. So
after he slapped your phone, you guys buried the hatchet?
Yeah, me and Dillon are good now. We're like this. That's all the past. That's walking the bridge. I know you might see this. So Dillon, me and Dillon are cool now. I think he did like 370,000 views on the channel, He's a big name on the channel.
Yeah, he did almost as many views on your channel as he did on the Mirror Fighting one. A little bit more on Mirror Fighting, a little bit closer to 600,000 on ours, but Wary Wavies gets another W.
That's getting cut out, Donna. That's getting cut. No one needs to know about Mirror Fighting and how many views they did pull the press conference. But for you though, Bane, or for Ben, sorry, make sure I get your name correct. Do you see this like a long-term thing? You and Misfits boxing?
I think so, and again, I think that's one of the things that Mams mentioned is it's refreshing to finally negotiate with a guy that doesn't give me a lot of bullshit. And yeah, I'm not going to give him any problems. I'd like to fight maybe twice a year, 3 times a year, and commentate all the other cards in between. I think that play-by-play is my passion. My broadcasting is, my sole focus, but lacing up the gloves and getting in there and kind of diversifying what I'm up to. And I think that by fighting and commentating, it's going to build a lot of love between the fan base and myself, because I'm willing to walk it just as much as I talk it. So I think that long term is hopefully what I can angle for and position myself in. But, we got to get through Gabriel Silva on the 23rd. That's my priority.
Are you going to be like doing a kind of fight week vlog or kind of training camp videos, kind of the build up to it, kind of content wise? What do you got planned?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I've got some training videos and some pad work and things like that I've got to do to editing. So I'll be pumping those out. A couple, just funny vids that I've cooked up, and definitely during fight week, I'll have somebody there shooting up like an embedded type series.
Well, speaking of training, I heard you did some sparring in New York against one of the people who works for the Sun named Jack. And of course, Donna Corby joins us here today. Apparently, you just bashed them both. Is this true?
No, it's not true. It's a lie. I'm not letting this become some rumor. Jack is really exceptional. He got the better of me in every single round. I thought it was competitive. I thought it was there. I wore the shots that he threw pretty well. I mean, I've got some good durability, but Jack's a great boxer. Donna, I did have a lot more success against Donna. I will say that.
Well, look, at the end of the day, Jack's a real boxer, and he's the one who had to quit after 3 rounds. This is look. Did I quit after the 1 round that I did? Well, it was the 4 rounds were over, so I didn't have to quit. It was finished. I didn't have to quit.
Jack didn't quit. We did. I would say over the course of the week and a half that we were all there, Jack wasn't there for the entire time, but we probably did 3 sessions of sparring, and each time 4 3-minute rounds. So I feel comfortable with that length. It's certainly going to be a bit taxing, especially with the bright lights and in live competition. But 4 3s, easy.
Certainly. Well, it sounds pretty exciting. I'll see you in Newcastle in the end of September, but anything you want to add before we leave off, guys?
Yes,
not sure.
I want to add that Khalil's brother is getting smashed. I think we're talking a lot about Anderson and all of this stuff. I think the real story is that this guy is Roman Fury and Khalil is Tyson and Tommy. Khalil's a real talented boxer, but this what's his name? Gabriel, yeah. Look, this is the deal. Look, Fred, you were asking earlier what my role is going to be in the corner. Do you watch WWE?
Yeah.
He's Paul Heyman.
I'm going to be like Paul Heyman. I'm going to be making scared faces when Ben's getting hit. I'm going to be trash talking in the corner. I'm going to be doing that Logan thing that he did in Saudi, where I'm like on the mic in the middle of it, like, you're a bitch. Very impartial journalism. And then, I'm going to work the event as a journalist before and after. I'm going to cover it as essentially as normal. And then jump in the corner. It's going to be pretty sick. I'll be all, journoed out. But yeah, I'm going to be more of like a hype man, like a Flavor Flav, Paul Heyman type, as opposed to, Seth knows what he's doing. And hopefully the third person will also know what they're doing, so I can have as little to do as possible. And
I do. Yeah, I have a third cornerman who I'll reveal in a bit. And he's like you, Johnny. He's got no fucking idea. So it's just going to be Seth.
Great.
That's giving me actual
So who is your head coach? Who's your head coach?
So my head coach is Showtime Seth Wheeler here in Arizona. He's trained with guys like TJ Dillashaw, Corey Sandhagen, Duke Rufus, who is, I'd say, one of the better striking minds in the mixed martial arts game. A lot of years in Thailand at Bang Tao Muay Thai. So, we've got a really good game plan that we're cooking up, and it's stuff that Gabe has not seen before, per the footage that I've watched. So I think I'm going to make him uncomfortable. And if I can execute, which is what it all boils down to, I think I'm getting my hand raised. We're
going to treat him like Lack Lig, like Jack Fig. He's going to quit after 3 rounds, just like Jack did in sparring. Ben's a humble guy. He doesn't want to come on and do the whole thing. I was telling him in New York, you got to be like Chael. You got to use all the old Chael lines, get in this guy's head. And he was like, no, I'll do my own thing and blah, blah, blah. And now he's trying to pretend like he didn't. I guess he doesn't want Gabe to pull out again, right? Because he already pulled out once.
So actually, Fred, let me tell you about this fun story. So Gabe pulled out of the fight. I signed the dotted line, 165 pounds for Gabriel Silva. And, Danis saw I was hitting the treadmill every single day, doing the sparring rounds. I was really getting in the mindset for it. Mams hit me up and went, man, Gabe pulled out. This is why the card was pushed back, the announcement, right? It was supposed to be announced last week, but Gabe Silva it up for everybody by pulling out. And he said, Mams told me that Gabe wanted to go the traditional pro boxing route. And so they're searching for a replacement. And for 2 days, I was like, man. I mean, I'm really annoyed. I was going to my pad sessions and me and Seth were like, well, I guess we'll see who they find. And then literally yesterday or 2 days ago, Mams was like, oh, Gabe's back in, but he wants 170 instead of 165. And I was like, fuck it. I don't care about the weight, but it's just kind of pathetic, man. You've got the experience advantage. You've got obviously Anderson and Khalil and a great training team. You've got the height, and now you want 5 pounds more. Like, it's just fucking weak shit. So Gabe Silva delaying the announcement of the card, pulling out, then jumping back in. The indecisiveness, Fred, it tells me that he's already been beaten. Mentally, he's already broken. I'm in the head, Fred, and I'm not getting out of it until September 24th.
And by the way, why he wanted to go the pro route is because they do the journeyman thing, where they get guys who they may be better boxers. These guys who are 0-8, all these like whatever. Like they might have been boxing longer. They might have more technical prowess than Ben, but they're there to lose. Ben's there to win. And he was a little bit concerned about that, I'd imagine. I'd say he probably, the Jack Fig story made its way across America from New York. It made its way over there. And he was probably a bit scared. He was a little bit concerned And look, I understand it. He wants to go the pro route because, man, it's going to be like, I was saying this to Bane, like, seriously, I'm not even joking here. When we get back into the corner and I'm around, I'm laughing, Seth's doing his whole thing, and this guy is looking at Anderson Silva, and he's like, well, I really thought I'd get him out of there in one, Dad. It's going to be pretty fucking embarrassing.
It's pathetic. It's Fred. Think about it this way, man. The son of arguably the mixed martial arts GOAT fought an 0-6 boxer in his debut and is now fighting a play-by-play commentator. Anderson wasn't doing that. Khalil sure as shit wasn't doing that. Gabe's a disappointment, man. Every family meal that they have, they go around the dinner table and they're celebrating the accomplishments of each other, and then they get to Gabe and they go, well, Gabe, man, you're just disappointing us once again. So win, lose, or draw, I've already won at the end of the day.
So you'll be talking in the press conference, you'll be talking trash, you'll get inside his head.
Oh yeah, well, this whole next couple weeks, it's going to be, you bitched out, you pulled out, you wanted more weight, even though you've got every advantage you could possibly think of. Why the do you need those 5 extra pounds, Gabe? Why are you fighting a play-by-play commentator, but you want to be taken seriously and go down the pro boxing route? Like, it's pathetic, man. Your actions don't line up with your words, and I'm going to get my hand raised because of it. Like Danis said, those guys came to lose. I'm here to take your head off.
I think that's quite a good way to end it there. I do appreciate you. I'll see you both, you in Newcastle, but Ben, Donna, thanks for coming on. That's great.
Thank you so much, Fred.